This is a story about the end of the world, but not our world, the world that came before ours. And the Yuracare people of Bolivia are the only ones who remember this story. They still live in the same place that they have lived for thousands, if not even more years, in the jungles of the Amazon. Jungle that is so thick that it takes a raindrop 10 full minutes to reach the ground, and where the sun can barely squeeze its way through. You see, a very, very, very long time ago, so long ago that only they remember, Sararuma, the evil one, broke his constraints and came from beyond where the sun meets the earth, where the sky connects with the land. He cannot die, and so he likes to kill the things that can. And as he blew through the jungles and through the plains and the lands, he found the Yuracare people with their beautiful fruit trees that were sweet smelling, that attracted animals that they could hunt. No, no. No one could be happy if he could not. And so he set fire to all of their crops. Now, if Sararuma had only set fire to the trees, the world would have been spared, because all of the Yuracare people would have come together to put out the flames. But instead, when the people rushed down to the river to fill their gourds with water, Sararuma billowed before them and said, "Them," pointing to the people on the other side. They were the ones that set fire to your trees. They want to destroy you. And that was all he had to do. Consumed by rage and desire for revenge, the people dropped their gourds, left the trees burning, and jumped into their canoes to race across the river and set fire to the houses of the others. And soon the entire world was ablaze. Only two people survived, a woman and a man. They had begged their leaders to make peace, but as the atrocities committed by both sides went beyond the point of no return and beyond forgiveness, and as revenge was heaped upon revenge, finally they realized that there was no way to stop it, and the only way they could survive was to hide. And so they gathered enough food for many days, and they went deep into a hole under the ground. From the darkness of their hole, the man and woman could see the flames licking the night sky, hear the cries of the dying, and smell the acrid scent of smoke. And they waited. There's nothing heavier than the waiting, is there? You want to be out there doing something, fighting. But the only way to survive the end of the world is to sit still. And the waiting nearly drove them mad, because the hole they were in was small and cramped and dark. They had no other company than each other and their own fears. But they stayed. And finally, after many days, all was silent. Eagerly, the man crawled his way to the surface, but even though he yearned for the freedom of fresh air, he was careful, because he was smart. And so, first he stretched out a twig. Instantly, the twig burst into flames. It is too soon. And so he crawled back into the hole to wait again. The next day, his wife tried, but once again, the twig smoldered. 8 more days they tried, until finally, on the 10th day, the twig did not burn or smolder. And carefully, they clawed their way to the surface, blinking their eyes in the sunlight, and stepped out into the world.
Ashes everywhere. Suddenly, Sararuma swirled around them. The entire world is destroyed. Now, you too will die. No. We will plant. It will rain. We will have children. Things will change. And we will start again. And as the woman and man stood tall and unafraid, Sararuma disappeared.
The dreamer awakes, the shadow passes by. When I tell you a tale, the tale is a lie. But listen closely, brave maiden, kind youth. The tale is a lie, but what it tells is the truth. Thank you for listening to my stories. Now go out and live your own.